Hey everybody, this is Coach Charlie with the 8th Limbs Academy. Today we're going to be working elbows. The first thing you need to know with your elbow is you need to know how to move your feet. The feet are very important. If you're not familiar with our footwork system, that's okay. Go back to the very first video that I ever uploaded and then come back and watch this video. Otherwise, let's get started. So when we start throwing our rear elbow, we need to make sure that we're step sliding forward. I don't ever want to put my butt back and lead with my head, meaning I don't want to step elbow or step elbow. I want to keep my hips in, step, elbow, and we're going to rotate this way. Our axis is straight up and down. So, footwork number 1 in, footwork number 2 out. We're going to pivot like we're throwing across so we can get our hip going in the right direction. And when we throw our elbow, I want to let my right shoulder be nice and loose so that it comes through. Right, so this is loose. As we move our lead foot, I'm going to put my lead shoulder in the front. So either I'm going to post or I'm just going to step and I'm going to put my lead shoulder in the front. I don't want to load this up, meaning I don't want to step and come here. I just want to put my lead shoulder in the front. So when I step with my lead hand, I'm either going to post or just put my lead shoulder in the front. That gets my backside ready to go. So let's do that without throwing the elbow. So step, elbow, back guard. Step, elbow, back guard. So put your lead shoulder in the front, bam. And then twist and rotate. Step, elbow, back guard. Step, elbow, back guard. Step, elbow, back guard. Step, elbow, back guard. Okay, cool. So the first elbow we're going to throw is horizontal with the earth. So that means my elbow and my shoulder and my hand are all on the same line. So when I throw, I'm going to twist and I'm going to come horizontal. Don't let your hand come out too far because that's a really, really slappy elbow. And that means the right weapon, the weenus is what it's called, isn't being exposed. So make sure that you're exposing the correct weapon. So here we go. Rear elbow. Make sure when you step, you're putting your lead shoulder in the front. Here we go. Up, step, elbow, back guard. Up, step, elbow, back guard. Up, 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 Oh, one last thing. When I'm throwing my elbow, my hand needs to be on my head. If I'm in elbow range, you're in elbow range, right? Keep this protected. Keep this protected. Up, So if you're far away, this is not the right weapon to use. You don't want to jump in for a big elbow. I mean, sometimes you do, but not right now. So that is horizontal. The next we're going to throw is slashing. So I'm going to come 45 degrees down and make myself a little bit of a circle. Everything else is same. Don't overextend your elbow because this is also bad, right? Boom. Don't commit so much that when you whiff, you're off balance. Okay, rear slashing elbow. Up, up, bang, up, bang, up, bang. Up, bang, up, bang. Okay, so last rear elbow, we're going to go ahead and poke forward. So there's a few ways we can throw this. I like to call this the split, or sometimes I call it the chip. So the split means I'm going to be coming through my opponent's guard. So I'm going to come forward. It's not an uppercut. I'm not coming up, right? I'm not trying to bring their head back. I'm trying to put my weenus, this sharp elbow, forward, just like I'm throwing across. When I throw it, I'm not going to come here. I'm going to let my hand kind of just come up and let my elbow naturally come forward. Don't think about doing this. This isn't what I'm talking about. Don't come up, come forward. Boom. 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 Okay, so that's the split. And the chip, think about throwing a football, right? I don't know how to play football, but I've seen it thrown. So when we throw the football, this is the direction that we're going. So I'm gonna come forward and I'm thinking about chipping away at somebody's face. So step, chip, step, chip, bang, 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 bang. Those are my favorite things to hit on the pad. Okay, so we have horizontal, we have slashing, we have split, and we have chip, right? So the trajectory is forward with that chip. Let's go through it one more time. So, horizontal, bang, bang, bang. Slashing, bang, 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 bang. Split, in, 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 in. And then chip, in, 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 in. Okay, cool. So let's move on to the lead side. With our lead side, we can use the exact same footwork, or we can use footwork number 5. It sort of depends on what you're doing. Let's start with the horizontal. With the horizontal, we're going to use our step slide, and we're going to throw our rear elbow on our back foot. That might not make sense at the moment, but here we go. So step, slide, and we're going to be throwing on the back foot. So step, elbow, back guard. Step, elbow, back guard. Step, elbow, back guard. This doesn't pivot, right? Step, elbow, back guard. Step, elbow, back guard. Step, elbow, back guard. You're not going to put your right hand forward for it. You're not trying to load it up. What you're going to do is come directly forward. So in your guard, don't let this be shown. So I'm not going to step and cock my shoulders back. I'm just going to go forward with it. So this is my horizontal. Same idea. Make sure that your thumb is tucked in, your blade is facing outward. So here we go. Step, elbow, back guard. Step, elbow, guard. Up. Okay, cool. So now we're going to slash. The slash is going to take a little bit more of a pivot on our lead foot. So we can either just step out and slash, or we can step, slide, slash. So let's just move our lead foot. So step and slash. Step and slash. Bang. 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 So sometimes this is also done with a little bit of a quarter turn. If I'm going forward, I need to go over my opponent's rear hand. So step and elbow. So that's footwork number 7. It's all the same thing though. Cool. So that was our horizontal, our slashing elbow, and now we're going to use our chip or our poke with 2 bits of footwork. So, our split. So first one I'm going to land on my back foot. So step, split, back guard. Step, split, back guard. Step, split, back guard. Step, split, back guard. Bang. 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 So that's if somebody's coming in, but you can also do it on your lead foot, almost like a jab. So just make sure that it's still going forward. Bang. 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 I'll show you the difference. I'll go from one to the other. So footwork 5 and then footwork 1. So 5, 1. So just the jab step and then the step slide. Here we go. So jab step. Bang. Footwork number 1, step slide. Bang. 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 Cool. All right, everybody. I hope all those made sense. So we have a rear horizontal, a rear slashing, a rear split, and a rear chip. Then we had our lead horizontal, we had lead slashing, we had our lead slashing with a quarter turn, and then finally we had our split with footwork number 5, and then our split with footwork number 1. Okay, each one of those elbows has its own purpose. In class we'll talk more about when and why to use those. And there's also many, 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 many more elbows that you can throw. But for now, that's a great way to start. So like I've said before many times, everything in this gym is numbered and ordered. And it's only that way because I'm kind of meticulous about it that way. So you're never gonna have to know the numbers of these elbows, but it's okay, that's how we like to learn. So elbow number 1 is our lead horizontal. Elbow number 2 is our rear horizontal. Elbow number 3 is our lead slashing elbow. Elbow number 4 is our rear slashing elbow. Elbow number 5 is either one of our splits on our lead side. And elbow number 6 is a split or a chip on our rear side. So here we go. We'll start with 1. Let's go. 1. Oh, my footwork was bad. Let's do that again. 1. 1. 2. 2. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. 6. 6. All right, back to 1. Here we go. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. One last time. Here we go. 1. Horizontal. 2. Horizontal. 3. Slash. 4. Slash. 5. Split. 6. Split. All right. Thanks for checking that out, everybody. Hope to see you soon. Peace.